Everyone, this is Mallory Hardesty, your residency and fieldwork GA. Welcome to CM 528. This is such an exciting class because it means that you are about to start your first Residency 1. And residency is an incredible process, and I'm so excited that you guys get to engage in it. So first, the books you're going to need are The Four Agreements, The Art of Possibility, and The Essential Counselor. You should already have all of these books before you watch this video. And if you don't, please buy them and expedite them to yourselves because you are going to need them. So, 528. What is it? So this course is really where the rubber meets the road in terms of theory and practice. So you've spent a lot of time and energy studying counseling and studying skills, and CM 528 is going to give you that opportunity to actually practice them and learn them and develop them. So that's really exciting. That's the fun part about this course. You're also going to be given the opportunity to engage in residency, and we'll get more into that again later, as I said. But residency is important, and this course is important to talk about now because it's going to ask you to really engage yourself. You are going to incorporate a lot of yourself into your work this semester, and I know when I first started, I thought that was going to be really easy, just like writing a journal and writing a reflection. I was like, oh, that's totally easy. But when I actually got into it, I realized there was a lot about myself that I hadn't really attended to yet. And to be a successful counselor, I really needed to work on those areas. And so this course and residency are really going to ask you to engage those parts of yourself that maybe you aren't aware of yet, or maybe need a little bit more work, and that's okay. Everyone has been here. You're not alone in that. You're also going to learn how to give and receive feedback. So part of your pre-residency activities in this course are to meet in small groups with a professor and a few other cohort members, and you're going to learn how to give appropriate feedback and also how to receive feedback. And receiving feedback can be really challenging. It can be really painful and really hard. And so don't beat yourself up if you feel uncomfortable, even if it feels a little painful. That's normal. And please know that no one is telling you or giving you this feedback to hurt you intentionally. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's a really pivotal part of this. The feedback might sting, but no one is trying to hurt you or to poke fun at you or anything like that. Okay, so keep that in mind. So that leads me to Residency 1. So the core belief of Residency 1 and 2 is that practice plus maximum feedback equals growth, right? So we are going to grow when we know what to improve and when we're given the tools to improve those areas. That's the only way we can grow. And so residency is really like walking into a Home Depot and learning not only what tools are, but what they can be used for and how to get them and how to get to your work site, which is yourself or a client. So get to this person and be equipped and know how to use all of these things that you've developed and all these things that you've gained from residency and this program. Okay, so this Residency 1, what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So if you show up the first day and you're stoked and you're ready, and it's okay, you can be anxious. I'm doing residency 2 and I'm anxious. I've already been to Residency 1. So it's okay. Anxiety is okay. But if you show up, day 1 and you're like, I'm anxious, I'm going to let it happen, we're going to roll with it, we're going to see where this goes, then I think you will have a really great residency experience. If you show up to residency day 1 and you refuse to engage, you refuse to participate, you think, I'm just going to get through this and get my grade and go home, then you might not have a pleasant experience. And that makes me sad because I want everyone to get the most out of residency because it's phenomenal. So it's really what you put in is what you're going to get back. So remember that. Um, in addition to residency, we're also going to have the opportunity to engage in a service learning project. And this allows us as developing counselors to practice these skills that we've developed, but it also is like a mini cultural immersion piece of residency. And it's so impactful, it's so profound, and I'm so glad that it's part of residency. So that will also be another component of your experience in Chicago. So for Module 1, okay, so we've talked about residency, we've talked about the course in general. So Module 1 really, essentially, is about you. Module 1 is where you are going to be encouraged to start learning a little bit more about yourself, to start engaging yourself in this process. Through the activities provided in the Essential Counselor and other readings, we're going to start to incorporate and build what you as a student, what you as a future counselor look like. Where do you struggle? Where are you really strong? What things do you like about yourself? What things maybe you don't like about yourself? So it's going to be a lot of like intuitive work. Okay, that's Module 1. This actually, I think, was one of my favorite modules when I went to residency last year. So, to do for this week, as always, in these videos, I'm going to tell you, the basic to-dos and what to look out for. But as always, please be responsible for your own learning and make sure that you double check the posted instructions, okay? Because there might be something that I didn't add or I forgot, which is very likely. So I want you to be responsible for your learning and to make sure that you're checking all of these sources and make sure that you fully comprehend what is going on, okay? So to do this week, just the highlights. Familiarize yourself with the course. If you've never taken an online course before, or if you're new to taking online courses, try to, play around with Canvas, learn where things are, learn how to navigate the place. I know, even though I feel super savvy with online school stuff because I've been used to it in this program and in my bachelor's, there are still times where in Canvas I can't find something because it's moving around. So each course is can present as a bit different than the last one. So make sure that you know where things are, you know how to access things, and you know where all the important documents are. So a lot of times documents are posted as links, and sometimes those links don't work. And so we need to know that so that we can fix those so that you can get your documents, right? So start to play around with Canvas if you haven't already, kind of learn the layout of your course. Secondly, I think what the most important thing is print out the what's due when sheet. These are life-changing. I think in my first class, I can't remember which one it was. Maybe it was this one. The first time that I had a what's due when sheet, and it was amazing. It was so helpful. I'm fairly unorganized sometimes, and so this is such a great tool, and so please take advantage of it. So print that out, have that ready, do your reading and your activities, and then start your journal, your residency journal exercises, and those are going to incorporate the Hutchinson text and kind of prepping you for residency. So those are the highlights of the to-do this week. Like I said, go ahead and read the posted instructions below for a full review. And I look forward to seeing all of you in a few weeks. All right, see you in Module 2.